Hey everyone, welcome back to the Might and Magic 6 Completionist run. Now, in this video, the main goal, of course, is going to be to go to Castle Kriegspire and retrieve Memory Crystal Epsilon, and also the Jeweled Egg. But before that, I'm going to briefly head back to Castle Alamos to lay something to rest. Now, I'm gonna have to remember how to do this, so remember, and I believe if we cast Wizard Eye, we would even be able to see it. Remember there were enemies that I thought were glitched past this wall, and I think this here is one of them. Well, turns out, they're not exactly... well, they're not glitched. They were there legitimately. I just wasn't correctly figuring out how to get to them, and you'll see why shortly. This is just gonna take... hopefully a couple minutes. All I need to do is figure out how to get to, I think, this spot on the map. And, I'm gonna put this video on pause because I'm gonna have to refresh my memory about how to navigate this place. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright. That didn't take so long, just a couple minutes. But we need to go back here to this trippy little wall, which teleports us, and it's a place we'd already been in before. And this is the teleporter that takes you out of it, but I guess I either never came down here, or I came down here and maybe just kind of peeked in and then went back up, and maybe the guy was back here and didn't register for me, but the enemies were indeed over here. What kind of threw me though was one of them managed to escape. I guess maybe one of them came up here and then fell down or something like that. So anyway, that's one of the two things that I wanted to show you. The other one was, let's just recall this beacon again, is we found this teleporter room, but didn't actually see where it goes. And here's the thing, I have actually forgotten where this teleporter goes myself, so this is gonna be fun for both of us. We're just gonna see where this teleporter puts us. I am preemptively casting, or I am in preparation casting all of my buffs before we head over to Castle Kriegspire. I'm just gonna save just in case. Just in case this portal puts us someplace I don't want to be. Now, where does this take us? It takes us to the stables in Silver Cove. Now, that is fascinating. So that's an interesting bit of fast travel that I guess you could rely on if you were using a night-only party, or you had some other restriction that you can't use spells, or maybe that you can't use teleportation spells in particular, because some people like to play like that as an added challenge. Not me, though. I take full advantage of every spell that the game gives me. Alright. Before we go to Castle Kriegspire and get straight into it, do we have any chores to do? We have levels to gain, but I'm going to wait until we have all 4 memory crystals before we do our next round of training. We've already done... we're still in January. We've already done our bounties for the month, and we've already done our pilgrimage for the month, so I think there's nothing left to do except to go to Kriegspire and just do this. The Castle Kriegspire, of course, is this ominous structure in the middle of what looks like a volcano. We're just gonna go there and cause some havoc. Does that sound good to you? It sounds good to me. Alright. Let's swoop down and walk right in. Okay. Let's read the description for once. Kriegspire no longer rests between its lakes. The earth around the castle was raised to prevent creatures inside from escaping. Okay. That actually explains a lot, and immediately we hear that futuristic sound effect, which suggests that maybe the memory crystal is close to the entrance, at least spatially close. To access it, no doubt we're gonna have to go around and possibly solve a puzzle, maybe flip a switch or two. We'll see how it goes. As before, I am going in, not exactly blind, but going in fresh, meaning I will only have my vague memories from early on,
I don't know.
from having played the game way, way long ago. And I'll, for the most part, because I've forgotten so much, be solving the puzzles again and encountering things as though they were new. Now, immediately... Immediately we've encountered
I don't know.
some interesting architecture. By the way, while we're on the subject, I actually really like Castle Kriegspire. My only real memory is that each time I've been here, it's been a lot of fun. And while I'm on the subject, I should talk a bit about the other two castles we've done, and not exactly retract, but maybe soften some of the things that I said in my frustration when I criticized the game design. I think my criticism should be meant in the very narrow sense of the design of Castle Alamos was a bit too confusing in that the main objective that you need in order to beat the game was in such a weird corner of the map, and like you just walk into some random opening and then some unidentified thing asks you for the password. I think that should have been a bit more prominent. Like, you go through the trouble of finding all of those trees with the clues on them and legitimately solving the puzzle. The thing that you need to enter it into, I think, should have been a bit more prominently marked. Okay, Minotaur Kings don't mess around because they can cast Finger of Death. And they have a ton of health. But so do we. Minotaurs I could fight all day. They're actually a lot of fun to fight. What is this guy? Curator of Kriegspire. We'll talk to him in a bit. First, let's go... Okay, I see what's going on. There are gonna be drakes in here. I remember those. Okay. Before we do anything, I'm gonna save my game in front of this ominous looking part of the wall. For 10,000 gold you shall be healed. I'm gonna say no. He says get lost. Because I have other ways of healing myself. And I'm not gonna mess with it until afterwards. When I'm done with this dungeon, I'll look it up. To know for sure whether there are any repercussions to saying either yes or no. But for now, best to just stay safe. Now, what's the best way to deal with drakes? I don't think any of them is immune to... You know what? I'm gonna jump across this chasm. I don't want to go on the bridge because I think that would put me a bit too close to these guys. I'm gonna settle myself down, and our quick spells with our elemental magic users. It's gonna be Fireball, which for now is targeting one Frost Drake off by himself. Did something break? Can drakes break your stuff? Because that is obnoxious. They're not... They look like dragons, but they're not dragons. Don't think they should be allowed to break your items. Okay, flame drakes are immune to fireball. So maybe fireball isn't as effective an option as I initially thought. What about our old favorite, Dragon Breath? That was pretty good. And I think we're gonna do it once again. As soon as Zoltan recovers. Sometimes he recovers really quick, and other times he takes ages, and I'm still not sure what the difference is, because as far as I can tell, the buffs that he has are mostly the same. Oh, were these guys attacking us the whole time, and I didn't even notice? That's hilarious. I'm sorry I was ignoring you guys. Here, I'll turn around and kill you. There you go. Alright, now, what is this large collection of items back here? Well, this is the...
I don't know.
I guess the Drake's hoard, but not exactly an impressive hoard, because, you know, the piles of gold are so small. I mean, I guess that was a big pile of gold, but... Could have been better. Should have been,
Very nice.
Okay, that's pretty good. Should have been saving up a bit more. And
Very nice.
yeah, okay, I'll take the high value items, anything above 1,000. And I'll leave everything else. What do drakes give us? Not enough to worry about. So I guess I'll pick up the trivial amounts of gold. Why not?
Very nice.
I guess they'll occasionally give us good stuff, so sure, I can loot them. These guys, I don't think are gonna give us anything, but they also won't fill up our inventory with garbage, so for that reason, I guess it makes sense to loot them a little bit. Seems that there's nobody else in this part of the map, this little pit that those enemies came out of. Let's take a close look at the map just to make sure we're not missing out on potential secret rooms. Alright, I'm just gonna save my game quickly. We don't want this guy to kill us. Look, there are two of them. Okay. Concentrating a little bit, even though it's turn-based mode, so it's not like my reflexes are being tested, but still, it feels pretty intense. These guys, oh, he's running away like a coward. So we gave him a coward's death. Alright. Not you. Let's start casting some shared life and some power cures. Why not? So we went down there. What did that do for us? Not a lot, really. Okay, what's going on? Oh, enemies are hitting us through this thing. That's a little bit obnoxious. Can we hit them? I mean, we could probably do, like...
Oops.
We could probably do inferno damage, but that sounds boring to me. Let's just kill them the right way. Not even going into turn-based mode. With only a couple enemies, it doesn't really matter whether you're in turn-based or not. Because it'll be roughly as fast. Yeah, these small amounts of gold are not really doing anything for me. Ooh, could this be... Oh, would have been nice if it was a Divine Dagger of the Dragon. And I'm just gonna give you those spell points straight away, or the skill points rather. Even though at... yeah, sure, I can sell that. Even though at this late stage of the game, 2 skill points from horseshoes, that's not going to make that much of a difference. Now, these ones are good.
Very nice.
At 2,500 apiece.
Aha!
Ooh. Again, pretty good,
Aha!
pretty good enchantment. For selling, anyway. Ooh, boy. This is, gonna be... This is gonna be rough. We're gonna have to stop missing. We're gonna have to focus on one target. Not split our damage. Although, if I hit, like, the tip of his axe, you know... It'll hit him instead of the guy at the back, who is the guy we have been targeting. And as you can see, they hit pretty hard. They hit hard, but it's fun. Alexis has taken quite a bit of punishment here. Alright, what's inside
I
here?
don't know.
Are these
Ah.
all scrolls of Raised Dead? I guess the reason the game is giving you those scrolls of Raised Dead is because of the fact that the Minotaurs are casting Finger of Death. Kind of a way to counteract that. Now that is actually interesting game design. That I like. So after a bit of frustration, last 2 dungeons, we are once again seeing the game at its best. Doing what it's good at. You know, bringing together good combinations of level design, enemy design, and little environmental cues to nudge you along the way. Okay. Let's carry on making progress. This takes us pretty high up. I wonder if you can fall through. The answer is no, you can't quite fit through. Okay. Maybe there's something else to do with that, but I'm not seeing it. Wasn't there another way to go?
Got it.
Here's the jeweled egg, which looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Some more gold as well. Some more stuff to sell. Some more skill points. Can you at least... No, 2 more horseshoes and you'd be able to raise your dark magic by 1 more point. I'm gonna go up here just once more, just... And maybe if we look down... maybe it's just a... It's just a cosmetic thing. It's just one of those things that the dungeon had for its own sake, not really something significant for the player. So that's one objective already done. So we've already made much quicker progress than we did with Castle Alamos. Of course, our main objective is memory crystal, I believe, epsilon. Let's confirm that. Indeed, memory crystal epsilon. So, okay, a whole bunch of horseshoes. Oh, he can hit us through this. Hit us and do pretty big damage. But at least we can hit him too. So it was a fair fight. It wasn't cheesy. We killed those guys the proper way. All right. Let's go inside here. There are more of you. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Hit the fan on my desk. I turned the fan on my desk off. That was the compromise I made for recording without noise filters. I keep a fan on, like a floor fan, but I moved it farther away, and I'm like, okay, for 1 hour at a time, I'm okay without my desk fan. Like, I feel like the past year or so I've been working from home, as have many of you, I suspect. And over that time, I got a bit too comfortable being indoors. You know, in this kind of, not exactly climate controlled, but an environment where you can pretty much decide how hot or how cold you want it to be. Because I have heaters at home, I have an air conditioner.
Very nice. Very nice.
Ooh, is this one of the ones we wanted? We'll check.
Aha! Ho!
But yeah, one way to think about recording without filters and moving my fan
Very nice.
slightly further away is that it's a way of kind of preparing myself for the eventual moment when I'm gonna have to start leaving the house and going outside more regularly to go back to work. We're just gonna keep giving lots of skill points to Zoltan because he had the biggest...
Good as new.
Oh, you already have one thing of air magic. Well... So, wait. Did I not pick up the air magic ring? Or... is it one of these? I'm not... Oh, it was an amulet of air magic. No, sorry. She can't give up Hera, and I would rather he holds on to the amulet of water magic, so... I don't know why it took me so long to realize that was an amulet and not a ring. But yeah, that sadly was not one of the items we needed. Okay, now... we saw a similar structure to this in Castle Kriegspire, like things where you had to walk around on the periphery. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to... okay, that seems to have spawned in a lot of enemies. They are close to us, meaning Dragon Breath is not a safe option. But if we can take down the Minotaur Kings, I think we'll be safe. And we've done some heavy damage to this guy. We just need to land one more good hit. Okay. Alright. The rest we can just tank them. I'm not really worried about what any of these guys can do. So monsters get spawned in when you walk on the floor in these kind of arena type areas.
Fixed.
Are they high up? Oh, they're so high up that we can't even target them, although we could target this guy. This guy... We could only target him when enough of his... I guess, character model was in view. Which was a little bit annoying, because in this game you can only move your head up a certain amount. I guess everyone in the party has really stiff necks. Like, they all recently had neck injuries and are possibly wearing neck braces. It happens. You can't move your neck that much. Sometimes you just gotta deal with it. Okay. This time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give myself space, and you've probably guessed it. Although, it's not a safe amount of space, so what I'm gonna do is this. Okay, this should be enough space. Now I'm gonna cast Dragon Breath. Did okay damage, but these guys are pretty tanky. You need to hit them a couple of times with this heavy spell before they start going down. These guys we can just mow down in melee. Sure, I can loot Minotaur Kings. But okay, that's actually pretty good. I was gonna say, but the problem is we're gonna pick up a lot of garbage items along the... Excuse me? Why weren't you with your friends? Yeah, but as I was gonna say, I guess the Minotaur Kings are good enough sources of loot that we should be getting them more consistently. Let's jump up. And we can see the map filling up. We can also see an interesting thing on the map where there's something here that's going now in this direction. Okay, let's zoom back out. Where is this taking us? Oh, I think I might know what this is. I think there might be a unique enemy in here. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different... Okay. This is a little bit,
I've repaired it.
That was a pretty confident assertion by Roderick, although he is correct. He did indeed repair it. Let's take these guys down. That was great, just the amount of death we caused with a single action. And these guys we can shoot down. Alright, let's go back. I guess it's not what I was thinking of. It's another one of these overlooks. Oh no. I allowed haste to lapse, which in turn meant that we are all now weak. Instead of casting Cure Weakness a bunch of times, I needed to set a beacon in there anyway, so let's just get a proper heal. This will also give us our mana back after all those dragon's breaths we cast. And let's beacon back. I guess we should also cast Torchlight, make things a little bit brighter. And we're getting to the point where figuring out where to go is a bit of a challenge. So far, the map here hasn't been as daunting as the other big dungeons we've been in. Like, it's way more navigable than Castle Darkmoor and even Castle Alamos. Although, having said that, I am having a bit of trouble figuring out where to go and what to do. So maybe I shouldn't say anything until I've actually solved all the issues, all the objectives that need to be done. Okay, click on that to lower the bridge. That's a thing you can do, I guess, and let's go down, or maybe not go down. I think, or do you have to go down? I need to maybe go alongside this path. So maybe it's this way. Let's go here and see where that takes us. Feels like the right direction to go here. Again, oh, was this the entrance? No, this is...
Quickly, we must move.
This was the entrance. It was just... a bit of it was unexplored. Okay. Okay. So, clearly... something... behind there. Very obviously something behind here. The question is... what
Not here.
opens up those things? Let's consult our large map and see if there's anything that looks out of place. Maybe we need to go over here. So how would we get there? Let's try jumping. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try this again. Okay. And... maybe... something... nope, not from there. Maybe from here? This has taken us... okay, this has taken us here. Now, we... this part of the map looks a bit different.
Got it.
So there was more stuff here, and I just
Ho!
went away
Ho!
after I killed those drakes, when I should have
Very nice.
hung around. We're finding pretty good stuff. Okay, there is more stuff, but... whoa, this doesn't seem...
We can't rest now. It's too unsafe.
okay, there are enemies nearby. Let's try and figure out where they are. So, there is safe. There is safe.
Not here.
Here, there are enemies. Possibly in this part of the map. Okay. Well, we had some success finding a new place to go by looking at the map. Let's try it again and see if any part of the map feels unexplored. Maybe the right side of this thing could be one option. maybe if we get to the center here, there's going to be another path going this way. That's one option. What about up top? Don't see anything obvious. Although... okay, that's just the window from up here. Okay. Let's make sure there aren't any secret doors that I'm missing. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, let's go this way and... maybe, yeah, let's go this way. Up here. Where has that taken us? It's taken us to this room. Now... couple of different ways to go. Here is something. Something interesting. Save the game. That has teleported us. But it's teleported us to the exit.
Not here.
There are enemies nearby. How near? Not near enough for that. I hear the sound effects though. Alright. I'll wait on that. And we'll do it. We'll hunt down enemies when we're done with the puzzle of this dungeon, although I am starting to struggle a little bit. So I don't think I've found any obvious hints. Okay, let me jump up here. What on the map do I want to do? Well, what about... if I zoom... I guess I can't zoom in anymore. What about, I mean, it's hard to see because it's overlapping so much, but this downward area, what would lead me there is my question. Gonna be honest. May have to start looking stuff up. So this is leading me back to this area. Is it gonna be another one of those situations where there was some passageway somewhere that I just missed because of the odd lighting in this game that made it seem like it was just an unbroken wall? Okay, because I have been here as well. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put this video on pause, and when we come back, I will either have found the thing that I'm looking for, because clearly we need to go past that, but I haven't found any key. Clearly there's a hidden door somewhere there, but doesn't seem to be anything that triggers it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this video on pause, and once I figure out how to make progress, I'll be back. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, taking things off pause, because this is something in this area that I didn't notice. It says Guardian of Kriegspire. I click on it. It says, for 50,000 gold, the secret shall be revealed. Let's say yes. Took our gold and put us in this place, which had a switch that I hit. Was that switch accessible without paying the 50,000 gold? I don't know. In fact, it definitely was. So that's... I can't even find it now that I know where it was. So I'm gonna solve this puzzle normally, and I'm gonna assume that you don't get any negative effects for paying the 50,000 gold to the Guardian, because I know that if you pay the 10,000 gold to the Curator to get healed, you will lose reputation. So I'm gonna save this in a new slot. What's in here? Pretty ominous looking stuff. Now what's in here? I know somewhere in here should be a unique enemy. Okay, I think we've opened up the secret door, or somewhere in here is... Okay, there's memory crystal Epsilon right there. Before we do anything with that, let's cure some weakness. And once we find Crystal Epsilon, what, can't we just walk or like jump right in? Yeah. Alright, let's take Memory Crystal Epsilon. And let's not neglect this chest. Some more skill points. And
Aha! Very nice.
ooh, that's actually pretty good. I'll hold on to that with Roderick for now. That's the thing. Okay. You need luck. That's empty. Might. Give some to you. Empty, empty, green. Endurance. Let's give some to you. And accuracy. Okay, solve that. Okay. And there's a spot on the floor which I'm gonna again save. Click on, and that has teleported me again in this spot where clearly very close to us is an enemy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, having saved my game here, I'm gonna use Ring of Fire, and that has revealed that the enemy is in that place, and it has also revealed the enemy's name, which I guess ruins the surprise a little bit, but knowing where the enemy is has that shown us... Oh, okay, there's literally a door right there. Here is Lurch. He is a unique Minotaur King with 2,000 hit points, which I think might be more than a regular Minotaur King. I'll have to double check on that. I think this might be the last enemy. in Castle Kriegspire. There we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save. Okay, you only get gold for killing him. Because it's a unique enemy, I'm actually gonna leave the corpse on the ground. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put this video on pause. I'm gonna walk around to confirm that this area is indeed clear, and I will also look up on the walkthroughs just to make sure that you don't lose reputation for getting the secret from the guardian of Castle Kriegspire. Because if you do, then I'll just walk back and I'll hit the switch the proper way. But if you don't, then I'll accept the 50,000 gold hit. So anyway, putting things on pause, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I can confirm, having walked everywhere in this dungeon, that it is clear because the indicator never changed from green, stayed green the whole time. This dungeon is indeed clear, and at least according to the walkthroughs, there isn't any repercussion to paying the 50,000 gold other than just losing the gold. Of course, what you could do is pay the gold, find out where the switch is, then load your game and go there without paying the gold, but you know what? It's more fun to accept the consequences, I think. So, under the assumption that there is no reputation penalty, which it doesn't seem like. Oh, by the way, for the curator, if you pay the 10,000 gold to him, everyone gets a full heal, but you lose almost 1,000 reputation. That's almost enough to entirely wipe out a saintly reputation, so I'm not gonna mess with that guy. But anyway, just gonna walk outside, why not, even though it's a moot point, because we need to go back to Kriegspire, the town. Let's go here and let's try and track down Mr. Lime. I think he was one of these people.
Hi.
Nope.
Hi.
No. Maybe
Good day.
this person. Nope. Alright. Well, there aren't
Good day.
that many houses in Kriegspire.
Good day.
So, okay, I think he was on this side.
Hello.
Okay, I think he was probably this guy.
Hi.
Yes, okay. I'm just gonna save my game.
Good day.
And let's talk to our palindromic friend. And what does he say? He thanks us. Apparently, this was the most precious thing he has. So he's happy about that. Not really... Still not really sure what that egg even is, but we got a good amount of experience for doing that. And we got 5,000 gold. Which, I mean, it's an okay amount, although it rapidly won't even cover a single level up for one of our characters. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is it's early enough in the day that we can do some selling. We just want to make sure I'm not accidentally selling something important. Yeah, we found an amulet and sadly not a ring of air magic.
Looking for a weapon?
Alright, let's
Come again.
sell you that stuff.
Don't touch the merchandise.
Let's...
Come back soon.
For a change, I'm just going to do this selling off screen because I don't think there's going to be that much. If I was looting a large area and I would have to go back and forth multiple times,
Come again.
then yes, I would off
Touch
screen
the
that. But
merchandise.
for just a
Come back soon.
brief interruption, I think we can be okay with that. Let's arrange this again. Okay, let's do like beta there, delta, and then epsilon, and then alpha will go here when we find it. And you are also holding onto a ring of the sky. Body, mind, spirit. So you are all decked out. Ring of the Gods. Let's even give you this Ring of the Sky. And what else were you? We're just selling a bunch of. Let's cast another Hour of Power. Now we're just selling a bunch of things to the magic shop. Let's wait for Serena to recover.
Did you find anything?
And yeah, let's just sell all this stuff. And that has put us
Come again.
back above 3.4 million. I'm not sure if it totally made up for the amount we spent on getting that hint in Castle Kriegspire, but
Can we assist you? Luck be with you.
I mean, it basically means it's a wash. So we neither gained nor lost in terms of money, but we did gain a bunch of experience, and more importantly, we gained an important quest object, Memory Crystal Epsilon, which we'll be holding on to. Next episode, of course, it's going to be time to go to Hermit's Isle, to the Supreme Temple of Ba, and let me just go straight there. Set that. No, I don't want to do any area transitions. I set the beacon over here again just because it's a good spot for when the area does eventually reset. We are gonna fly towards the temple and we'll park ourselves outside. Not that I need reminding about what to do, but I'm hoping that if I do this, like if I'm right outside the temple, then it'll encourage me to go straight into the temple and get going with this quest objective rather than finding annoying little chores to do like I often do at the beginning of every episode, because I do want this little part of the main quest to be wrapped up in a timely fashion. Let's begin our descent. And let's just set ourselves over here. There's lava to the left and right. Does it hurt walking on it? No, it appears to be just cosmetic, at least out here. Anyway, that's gonna be our... Well, actually no, let's have our safe position looking out. It's a bit more scenic. So, on this note, we're gonna end off the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot shorter than the other two dungeons that we've done, and a lot more smooth. We solved it without relying on a walkthrough, although in a way we got some help from the Guardian of Kriegspire, although I'm okay with that. There is no way I would have found that switch by myself. Like, even if I walked around and if I saw that, it would have just seemed to me like a normal part of that pillar. It was the fact that we got teleported there that alerted me to the fact that there was something to look for. So I am okay with that kind of a hint. And I'm happy that we didn't have to resort to a walkthrough. And I'm happy we found the unique enemy Lurch. Sadly, he didn't stay with us for long, but you know what? We had some good times while it lasted. So yeah, that was a short and sweet episode. Next time, of course, we're going to be doing the Supreme Temple of Ba, which is another daunting dungeon, but one that I think we're going to have a lot of fun in. I hope to see you then. So until then, take care.